Howdy folks, so we are back, Saxlingham, FarmSimBrisco's map, and I just thought I'd show you what what I've done since the last video. That's maybe not quite so realistic. In fact, there's a fully mature oak tree there now, but this is the area I dug out. So a little sort of pondy bit with a ditch runs down here. Like that. Very nice too. This bit down here is all flooded as well now, because it kind of, looks like a pond, ought to be a pond. So that's flooded. All the topsoil that we dug out the ditch, well, I loaded that into the dump trailer, and that is, you can just see it. Yeah, I've got my binoculars out, you can see I tipped it in the corner of this field. As long as I'm levelling out a bit with the old dozer, but yeah, so that was all literally all done with the digger, including levelling. Levelled it all with the digger, and moved all that swall pile. So yeah, very good, very good. Does make life far more realistic, and it's on. It's gone dark, isn't it? It's on the trailer because we've got to go over to one of the hay fields. We can't get in one of the fields, and I've got to get in there and mow it. So we've got to have a tree down and just make the access up a little bit, like. So we need the digger for that job. Because I need to get some grass. I've got one field of grass down, but I need to get another couple really. So we'll get some silage bales, and yes, I know it's a bit late for silage, and indeed hay, but we need to get a few hay bales as well, like. So we can get that done, but before we do that, we're going to go and start drilling some oilseed rape. The drilling rig is all ready, filled up with seed. Yeah, seed is on the fast track, all strapped down ready. Yeah, so this is the drilling rig, not necessarily what I tend to use for drilling oilseed rape, but you've got to go with what you got, haven't you? So see how we get on. We've got the Magnum all jewelled up. Oh, that's dirty, isn't it? Oh, that's a dirty noise. It's nice to have a mod tractor that's got a power shift gearbox that actually works correctly, rather than having to clutch it to change gear. Obviously, power shift, you shouldn't have to. Starting in these two fields, you can see I've lined them. Should be interesting. I'm not actually, believe it or not, I'm not actually drilled yet on FS25. So yeah, it could be interesting. Right, so unfold this drill. Backed in the corner. So we're running 24 metre headlands. So an 8 metre drill fits in that quite nicely, obviously. 3 passes will do a width. You haven't got to do a half width around the outside. Say if we had a 12-metre drill, I'd have to go around once, then split that first pass to get the tram line in the correct space, in the correct place for a 12-metre drill. But of course, let's say a 8-metre fits in nicely, 3 passes. So right, just thinking. So on the back, we've got the drive liner. As you can see, you got the standard disc, scallop disc above, and then below you got the drive liner disc. So what they do is that's it like that. They go up and down, and they'll act as your tram lines. Now, obviously, precision farming allows you to do it automatically. But I like the challenge of putting in tram lines in manually, as you would in real life, like. So at the minute, it's the drive liner kit. Obviously, previous versions, it's was it Seed Pro, Drill Pro? Can't remember exactly. Could have been Drill Pro or something like that. A lot of you will know what I mean. Basically, it was a little script that allowed you to put tram lines in on any drill. So, but the drive liner, you have to, has to be able to take the drive liner disc. So, so it could be interesting. Like I say, precision farming will do it all for you on whatever tram line size you want. It'll just put it in automatically, but I prefer to do it properly. Anyway, right, so we'll go into that. It's got the headlands automatically, right? So that's good. Start with the. We are going to do the headlands first, but we're going to. I suppose it'd do itself, but obviously it would drill it itself, but it won't put the tram lines in unless I use precision farming. So find lines on, show lines on, offset is 0, 3, 8 meters. It got to 6, back down to 3. Yeah, it should work well. Just going to use that side as the AB, so that's fine with me. That'll work in well. So we'll OK that. Lovely guidelines we can follow. Right. Drill is on. We will see what we'll do. Put the markers out as well. That'll just confirm. Make sure they're up. Get on to the drill itself. Oh wait, sorry, my mistake. So drill down. We'll set a cruise speed. 6 miles an hour, that'll do. Possibly want to come down some gears. Engage on that. We're drilling, boys. There we go, just like that. Yes, this is obviously I'm drilling straight into stubble. Now, obviously, there's various options you can do with putting also raping. Some people do it with a drill, cultivate it, do it properly. Others will subsoil it in, others will spin it on with a quad or behind the combine. No end of different ways putting oilseed rape in. Obviously you're limited a little bit on the game, but that's what we're going with. That is a nice rig, isn't it? Very nice rig. yes, one of the comments in the previous one was, can we see some sort of unedited field work? Well, I'm still getting, to be honest, I'm still getting my head round a little bit. Farm sim, what's the best sort of like format? You know, long videos, unedited, or you know, shorter videos, edited. You know, a bit like the real life videos I do. Like, you know, I don't know. So we'll just plod on. Appreciate all of you that are watching. That's you know, it's all good. Coming up to the corner where we'll have to take control because it won't turn this corner. So we'll just wiggle the wheel a little bit. Go up like that. Actually really nice. It looks like it'll be a right pain to handle this drill with them front dolly wheels, but it's actually just it just acts like a normal drill. It's very nice. Then dolly wheels just help support the front hopper. In she goes. Engage auto steer. Those of you that are on Sim Dashboard, hopefully some of you are watching that are on Sim Dashboard. Is it working alright for you? Because at the minute, I mean, it works. Everything, you know, it brings up all the details and everything, like, you know, engine running, and it, you know, does all that. But you can't activate any buttons on it. You can't, you know, you can't turn the lights on. You can't do anything. You can't. Touch screen goes basically. The screen goes. You know, it doesn't take any inputs at all. But it's, you know, it's connected to the game and it's showing the inputs and everything like that. So it's kind of strange. There's looking online. There's quite a seems to be quite a few issues with it, but I've not found a solution to it yet. Didn't know if anyone else had. And I'm also having trouble with head tracking. Head tracking's not working great either at the minute. Keeps dropping out. Back her in, drop her down, engage. So yeah, so once we go in, I need to deactivate head tracking really, because with head tracking engaged, you can't look. You can only look round with the head tracking, so I can't use the mouse to look round in cab. So I really need to deactivate that for a bit though, until I get it going again. So I've got to get this obviously raping this month, because that's the last month I can get it in. Next month's going to be busy because we've got the maize to cut and cart, clamp. That's going to be a busy month. And plus there's also wheat, barley to get in, and whatever else we decide to put in. Like. Even now, still getting issues with. Depends which way you're looking, doesn't it? Like, well, it's buffering. I'm changing field condition, lot. Yeah, a bit's gone. Hold on. What is that? It's like wait to me. What's going on here? No. Yeah, obviously it's canola we're supposedly putting in. That looks like wheat, doesn't it? It definitely looks like wheat, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's just go into the main map a minute. It says what it, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gone green. Yeah. Oh well, it says let's say we're putting it on, doesn't it, lot? There was nothing coming out at all there, lot. Very strange. So yeah, as I was sort of saying at the when we first got going, this is actually a really nice drill because it will go what do they call it? Not Mintill. For God's sake, George. You know what I mean. It'll go in uncultivated ground. I can't think what the name is, lot. So now we get a chance to try the Tramline kit. We'll leave that marker out because obviously we're doing the headland, so that'll mark the inner headland for us, the last part of the headland. Then when we start going up and down, that's when we start swapping over. Some of you that have never done, not actually farmers, possibly wouldn't know how to do it. Yeah, back up, back up. Drop her in. And we just got to go there in now. See what she does. Hopefully we're getting yes, look at that. Cultivating them strips, so we've got a nice decent tram line there. Lovely jubbly. What would this game be without mods though? I mentioned it on the last video. The Natural Giants Highland map's coming out in about a month's time. That does look, to be fair, for a Giants map, it does look good. It does look like it might actually be playable. But this will be taking up. Farming on here will be taking up quite a bit of the time. But it will be nice to do some multiplayer. little bit of buffer in these automatic save game. So rather than it saving every time you go into menu, it saves it during the game. That's why I get that little bit of buffer. Can't leave it on the drive lane. It won't lift it up and down. Put it back on the drill, but that's fine. Proceed, that's what it's called. Proceed. That was the little script that you had you could apply to any drill, and it would tramline it, and you could do half width shut off and all that sort of stuff. Proceed. Hopefully that it get released again for 25. But at least in the meantime, that does, it's doing the job. Doing the job well. Drilling achievement. Ain't we lucky? So that's our tramline pass done. Set up now. We want to lift them discs up. Want to do the inner the inner headland. To there. They're up out the way. Drill. That marker out on this pass, because no, we don't need that, to be fair, because we're not coming back down this one, are we? We're going to go we'll be using the left hand headland as our straight line. So again, for those of you that don't know, why would you do an inner headland, an inner pass like this? Put the tram line in, but it's just for easiness. So you've got enough room to turn, and you've got enough room to lift the drill up easy out of work without drilling through your tram line. So we'll see in a minute when we get down to here. If we just left it as is, 2 passes, you'd struggle to lift the drill out without leaving a miss, or drilling through your tram line. So that's why you go put that extra pass in. And you will know, once you've done the headland, you've done a fair proportion of the field. We're not using much seed, are we? Come on. I know rate does go on, not at a great rate, but Need to buy a set of rolls, just thought. We ain't got any rolls yet. Should have enough here just to do a loop. I don't know why I ain't done on this pass. Put the marker out. Never mind, good job. We've got GPS. So we're alright. Has anyone actually swathed all-seed rape in the game? Out of interest. And it doesn't, you know, it done quite so much these days, but it's still done. One local farmer, big farm, they still swath it all. And of course you can swath now, like, so. But I would assume that you have to use the pickup header on the combine to pick it up. Rather than obviously you just use the normal, you normally pick up a couple of rows with your header. Depending on how, size comparisons between the swather and the combine. You just pick it up with a normal header, not a pickup header, like a grass pickup header. So it'd be nice if that was an option, but I don't suppose it is, because if I haven't cut all seed rate yet, but I would like to try it. And to be honest, the MacDon swather unit that you get with the game is not really a UK spec machine. It's a bit, I've not actually looked too hard at it, but it does seem a very, very, it says wide American spec machine. Well, the UK spec machines aren't that sort of size. But there's an Agco swather pack out, and they are a bit smaller machines. So I would like to try it, but I suspect, I'd say the limiting factor will be the fact you can't pick it up with a normal combine header. So this is the first of the ups and downs. No tramline still, because we'll have 2 passes between each tramline, because we're 24 metres, you see. So if you think what we've done to the left is a sprayer's width, so we've got to do that again where we are now. So we're going to do one without a tramline, one with a tramline, and one without a tramline. So you always end up, when you're going across the field, you end up with 2 passes between tramlines. Does that make any sense? So so the next pass we'll have to put this down, and we'll make a tram line. That's how you do it properly. It looks so much better with tram lines in. So much better. It's just more realistic again, isn't it? Like, that's what I tend to strive for. Lovely rig. Right, so bring that disc in. Up she comes. See, now we've got plenty of time. Onto the back, we can drop them discs down. We have enough time to do everything as well while we turn. Gauge the steering. Come on. Yeah, we are. I didn't think we were tramlines, but we are. So there you go. Put a nice tramline in. Tell you what I forgot. Like that. And you won't worry too much. Like I say, you won't worry too much because you'd see that when we come, you know, when we're going back down, you're about right anyway. So you don't have to get it going, you know, as soon as you get onto uncultivated ground. You know, it's just a guide like the old ridge marker. And again, with GPS, you don't really, well, you don't need to use it at all. But I know a lot of folks do still use it because, you know, GPS systems do go down. So you can then still, you know, still be accurate where you're drilling. Just see where our ridge marker is slightly offset, which is probably what it would be because you just have a tiny bit more overlap with the ridge marker, just to make sure. But obviously GPS is super accurate. Don't tend to, you know, have any overlap at all. Let's bring that in. Go. So we've got to go back to the disc, lift them up, swap back to the drill. Gauge. Hammering. So yeah, we're getting through. Nice to feel, you know, getting drilled and everything. We'll get in after and get it rolled. Well, we'll keep drilling before we get the rolls out. But I think there is rain tomorrow, so we'll have to beat that. Can't roll in the rain, that's a sure fact. Yeah, them tramliners are working well. That looks perfect, doesn't it? Talking, I'll put the disc out. Yeah, so do you like putting trams, because some of you probably won't bother putting tram lines in, but I think the other issue is the drive liner. Drive liner, is that PC only? Might only be PC only. So if you're on console, you're a bit stuck, unless of course you've got precision farming. You can, you know, that would do it for you. Bring that marker in. Put them down again. They are not needed for this one. But it's kind of easy to remember when you're only doing 3 passes per tram line. But when you're like, if we were 4 meters, for example, you've really got to remember what bout you're on. I think Proceed, I think that had counter on it as well, so every time you lifted up it would move over, like in real life. It automatically moves over a line so you know where you are on your sequence. But with an 8 metre on a 8 metre drill on 24 metre tram lines, it's hard to mess it up. Very hard to mess it up. Oh, Magnum's using a bit of diesel, isn't she? She's nearly used a quarter tank already. Mind you, this drill does take about 240 horsepower to pull. What's the Magnum? She's 260 horse. So she's comfortable with her, but yeah, she'll be using a bit of diesel. Direct drill. That was the word I was thinking of. Or no-till, whatever you want. But yeah, I was trying to think of the word direct drill, so it'll drill into stubble basically. Right, so we've got to put this down again now. And there you go. Back to the drill. Put a collision mark in, didn't I? Never mind. Drop the drill, get the drill. She's in. Yeah, so we're halfway over now, I should think. That's tram line in. How much should we use? 4%. That's not a lot, is it, lot? That is not a lot. Yeah, she's just buried away. I can't look now, but yeah, so saying about tramlines and drilling and all that stuff a minute ago. What is your go-to drill? To be honest, my probably go-to drill would be a sprinter, horse sprinter. But again, you're limited by what you can get in the game. I'd have an 8-metre sprinter, but I can't get an 8-metre sprinter in the game, so you've got to go with what you can have. But yeah, this curling's doing a lovely job, to be fair. Yeah, quite interesting. The press wheel before the tine, and then yeah, you've got to press. You've got to press on the rear to press it down. One of the other little nice touches I like about FPS 25, as you can see at the minute, is the shadow of clouds going past the sun. So yeah, it's patchy cloud, and you get you get shadows come across the come across like very. It just gives it a very nice, realistic touch. I like it a lot. You see him in front of passing across. Yeah, nice touch that is, lot. Anything to make it more, more realistic, and the game has been slammed quite a bit, and I was not impressed at the start, like a lot of folks were. But it's going to come, it's going to come good. But I was expecting more at the start than what we got. But yeah, it's come good now. I mean, it's come really good. All the extra little realistic touches they've put in. Yeah, very good, very, very good. And put it together on a map like this, spot on. Absolute spot on. FSB is actually working on a 4 times map now, so yeah, called Woodside. So that'll probably be next year, I should think. Got Oxygen David, Whitcomb Park. That's going to be next year as well. That's looking very, very good as well. So yeah, next year will definitely be a good year for maps, I reckon. And plus, there's you know, there's more coming out each day. So each passing week, you're getting you know, new UK maps. Down again. Another tram line in. Yeah, it's kind of a shame this had a 4x map. Well, then it definitely wouldn't be for console, would it? If that was the case. But I do like a 4x map just because, you know, you got longer distances. You know, you can justify lorries and that sort of stuff then. You can have, obviously, you know, you can have lorries on this map, but you know, there's not so many places that you can go where you really need that extra, you know. Like the grain mill, it's not that far, like, but on a 4x map it can be a long way, like. So yeah, like, you know, you're talking like FS22 vintage oaks. You know, what a map. I mean, it kind of cut, well, I say, come out too late. It kind of did, because I'd still be playing that map now if FS25 wasn't out. We was all still on 22. But I do like to, as soon as the new game comes out, I do like to swap straight to it, I have to say. So I didn't put as many hours on that as I would have, well, as I was going to, you know, as I would have done. But what a terrific map that was. Yeah, terrific map. The amount of hours, you know, map makers like FarmSimBrisco and Oxford and David put into the maps. You know, it's hundreds to thousands and thousands of hours. So I've not got to bother at all about paying for it, like. You know, donating. You know, quite happily donate to the map maker for, you know, for putting all the effort in, like, you know, and then essentially putting it out there for free. Well, I'd like to, you know, I like to pay them for their effort, like, you know what I mean? You know, I'm getting the enjoyment out of it, look. So I don't think I could play this game with just the standard maps. Sure I could. A few have been asking for a Saunders map, which you know, I did reply saying, like, yeah, well, that, you know, it would be, you know, where we are, it would make a good map, like, you know. You got the village, you got the dual carriageway main road, you can put that in, the railway, you got the river out the back of the farm. There's you know, it could be a really interesting map. You got a bit of topography as well. It's not just a, you know, a flat map, so to speak. So yeah, it would be a really good map. But I've not built a map. So, probably about 2013 were the last map I built. So that was, of course, I've modified, done a bit of modification on some maps by Giants Editor, but I've not really done, you know, not sure I've got the time to make a map from scratch. But if someone wanted to make a map, they be more than welcome. But I suppose like if there was a map that was close to, got basically the major infrastructure in and just needed modifying and that sort of stuff, I could probably do that. But building one from scratch now would be, very tricky. Things have moved on a long way since 2013. Right, so we've got 1 and a bit passes. So we've got to put a tram line in the next pass, which will be too close to that one, but that's what you've got section control on your sprayer for. You still need to put it in so you can spray up to that tram line. There she goes. Put this down. So yeah, we've got a little bit of short work down here. Well, actually it's going to bring us near enough back up to the top of the field, isn't it? So that will be done. That'll be the first field of the oilseed rape drilled. Of the seed so far, so we've used 206 litres of seed. Still don't need to put we don't need a tram line for this bit down here, because you think we need two clear passes, which is what we'll get. So down here we're probably going to be, is there more than one pass there? If there's one pass there, that'll actually be matching in perfectly down here. I think we're going to get that in 8 metres, one pass. This up. Beautiful. Look at that. Lovely job. That's a nice rig, isn't it? Yeah, that's been a very nice drill to use. Obviously, it's, like I say, the first field done with it, but it's been a pleasure to use. Turns on itself nice, backs up nice. done. Lift her out. Turn her off. Yeah, that is it. So what we might do now, let's call this video done, because it's gone, you know, we've drilled a field, we've done all right, and we lot. We'll end the video here now. Well, I'm going to go straight on to opening up the access to that grass field. So we'll just leave her there a minute. Like so. Yeah, so we'll do that, I think. Cue to the next video where I do look an idiot, and I really need to change my clothes. Yeah, we'll go and open up that grass field, because there is literally no way in it, and see if we can get that cut. So I'll see you on the next video. Ta-ta!